Will I start the meeting, ma'am?
Just a minute, sir, and make an announcement. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Dr. L V Ravishankar, and he will talk about hydroponic cultivation. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
So please start, sir.
So any
Hello.
participants? Any participants, ma'am?
So the meeting is being recorded, and participants will listen to your talk offline also, sir. This will be uploaded in our website, so our members they listen to your talk offline. Okay.
Okay. Okay, what is the time schedule?
Sir, 5 to 6 is the meeting, sir. Initial 30 minutes you can take for your talk and
Okay.
presentation. We
Okay.
have questions from participants as well as from our editorial team, sir. I will take up the questions once you finish your talk. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So good evening to one and all. So today myself is Dr. L V Ravishankar. I'm specialized in plant protection and plant production in agricultural department. So I look after all the production and protection aspects of hydroponics. And I have been trained in hydroponics initially at the University of Agricultural Sciences and Technology. So in today's PowerPoint presentation, we are going to discuss about what is hydroponics. So basic things of hydroponics. What is hydroponics? Why it is so much important? Where it has to be installed? When it can be installed? Which area? What is the location? What is the locality? Is there any what do you say support from the government side? How can we get the support? So there are different aspects of the hydroponics which could not be covered all together in a single class, but we can able to cover it in multiple classes. But before going to all these approaches, we should have the basic knowledge of hydroponics. So what is hydroponics? So we would have come across the hydroponics is a very new thing for us, and it is a very sophisticated technology, and it was a new technology which was developed by the scientists. And particularly if you see the developed countries like Israel, Netherlands, Denmark, so whatever maybe the eastern western world, so you would have across many types of different different things. So main concept of the hydroponics is soilless culture. So hello,
Hello.
hydroponics hydroponics can be different kinds of growing plants without the use of soil. So in hydroponics, mainly we don't just normal traditional agriculture happens in the open field where the soil is the nutrients to the plants
Hello.
and
Sir, sorry to interrupt
uh,
you.
yes, uh,
Your screen sharing is not working, sir. And your voice is breaking.
no,
We are not able to see your screen.
not able to see just
I think there is some network issue from your side. Just stop sharing the screen and share it again, sir. We'll see. Sir, you're able to hear me? Hello? 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 Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Please share your screen, sir.
So now it
Yes,
is
sir. This is fine. Put it in a slideshow mode.
okay. Now it is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. Please text.
So as we told that hydroponics is some sort of cultivation different from the traditional purpose. So in traditional cultivation or open field cultivation, where the soil is the medium, act as a medium for exchanging of nutrients. So plants, we know that plants gets carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight, where all these together put together to form organic substances known as food. So in order to get all these things, so plants also need some of the essential requirements or nutrients which are necessary for the growth and development, like macro elements and micro elements. Macro elements are such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Micro animals which are required very in minimal amount, but even though they have very good amount of plays a very high role or good role in production activities. So if we come across the what are different types of hydroponics. So hydroponics is based means so water act as a medium. So as act as a medium, so we dissolve the nutrients in the water, and we will able to provide to the plant to get sufficient amount of produce. So in this hydroponics method, we have different types of cultures like water culture, drip method, aeroponics, and all these things. So, particularly if you observe that baby potatoes, which are mostly produced through aeroponics, gives very good quality and year-round production. So, we used to cultivate that potatoes only during Rabi season, where cool months are prevalent. But because of these hydroponics, particularly these aeroponic systems, so we can be able to produce the year-round cultivation of potatoes under greenhouse or under polyhouses, um, to meet the demands. Fresh produce with quality and very fresh produce. So types of feed. So top feeders are drip system. This is another type of hydroponic solution. I think where you can able to observe that feeding system. So the upper top tank is a feeding system. Through that we are able to produce. So we are apply these nutrients into that, and we will supply to the rest of the pots which are grown for the plants. So if you come to the hydroponics, so what are the advantages? Okay, so if you see the Western, India is a country where we have very small marginal farmers. We don't have at least marginal farmers. We may have come across only 2 acres of land like that. But if we come to foreign countries, in case of foreign countries, the land holdings are very huge. So for them, it is okay, well and good. So in production system, even now Saudi Arabia start growing of hydroponic crops of their own. So actually they don't have the fresh fruits and vegetables. Previously, they have to get input from the other countries. Now that the condition was to mitigate that condition, now countries like Saudi Arabia, even African countries, they start producing the hydroponic products, which are very efficient and to meet the food need and demands of the people. So as we know that advantages. So as we know that even in the government of India today, one of the few what do you say few question come across that most of the Indian spices are high levels of the pesticide residues. So if you take chili, so as a being Indian spices, so chili cannot be omitted from our day-to-day food, or like coriander, pepper, whatever may be. So chili is the most constituent in many of chili powders. So being that important crop, it was consisting of high amount of residues of pesticides, always leads to us to cancers very much and carcinogenic diseases like so and so. So is it necessary for us? So what will be the alternate best? And at the same time, Due to the heavy rapid change of climatic conditions, we are coming across many types of diseases for in chilies. So even farmers are not getting huge amount of production. So if the production is there, there is no market. If the market is there, there will be production. So always the production is a difficult task. Again, to meet that production prospects, we infuse with lot of chemicals, lot of pesticides for high production activities. So all these things came into mind. So fresh vegetables, so whatever maybe the fresh vegetables, our tomatoes, cucumbers, cabbage, cauliflower, jerkins, and gourds, and many types of plants can be grown under the hydroponics, which gives us day to day. So these are the perishable goods which have contain small lifespan and necessary for the day to day life for the sufficient amount of nutrients. So introducing these plants into the hydroponics so gives us good yields rather than for open fields. So in open fields, if you get 1x type of production, in the hydroponics you will get nearly 3x, 5x, up to 5x also was identified in different types of hydroponic productions. So it is economical as well as most powerful for the farmers who really like hydroponic. So what will be the disadvantage? If you so the hydroponic, so we should have the knowledge about what state government is giving, what the central
Hello.
government is giving.
Hello.
So, hello, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Now you proceed, sir. Actually, your screen went away. Now it is displayed. You
Uh,
can proceed.
uh, okay. So, what is the subsidies given by the state government, central government? How can we avail that? So, what are the different types of schemes? What is the how much amount of area they are giving the scheme? They are giving these. Subsidies and all these things we have to get. And second one is the deeper knowledge. So hydroponic is so it is a soilless media. So we have to use different types of substrates to mitigate to for the alternation of the soil. So what are the different types of substrates? Where we get? How can we get? What is the cost? How it should be used, what are the proportions, and which crops are suitable for which substrate. So all these things has to be needed. And second thing is diseases. So most of the hydroponic crops main aim is to minimize the disease and increase the production. But even slight mistakes and slight cultural things which we come across hydroponic need some technical guidance and technical advice from the hydroponic expertise. So to meet the demand, to meet the production values, so without any losses.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir. We lost your audio a few seconds back.
Okay. For good media, it provides good support to the different kinds of plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, brinjals, chili, capsicum, bell peppers. Good porosity. Porosity is most important thing and should not clog and this should not affect the nutrient solution. So when we are feeding the substrate with the nutrient solution, so there should not be holding of any nutrients among the substrate. So this gives us very good results for the um, growing substrate. So this gives us very good results. So which helps us to go for a particular crop. So these are the growing substrates which are generally using in the hydroponic substances, hydroponic cultivation. That is gravel, coarse sand, sawdust, perlite, vermiculite, peat moss, rock wool, expanded clay pellets, coconut fiber, grow stones, and oasis cubes. So three basic concepts, that is growing substrates, nutrient solution, and system. These must be clear before starting a hydroponic systems. So this is very normal basic system. So this is known as a basic wick. So in the bottom you can able to see that water is being uptaken by the plants through a wick. So we in this what will be happen? So water minimization is happening. So other so before going for substation selection, we should have our economical stability, whether we can go for the repurchase of substrates, how much must we take, and how what is the amount of substrate that we should get used like that. So this is a earthline@tomatofest.com, where you can find this type of cultivation, all these potting mixtures. So how can they observe that here? You can see that water is present on the both, and there is a gap in between water flow. Whereas the potting mixture, what we use, so it absorbs the water from the water reservoirs, and then it will absorb, it will supply to the plants. So next one is rock wool. So generally rock wool is generally highly water holding capacity, and it should be pre-soaked before using. Okay, but it is not recyclable or not reusable. Once we have used that rock wool, so it cannot be used again and again. So coconut fiber, which is very easily available, but the main thing is here the salt concentration of potassium and sodium salts. So whether this will be happen, how this can be minimized, how can these salts can be minimized, buffering of these coconut coir with all these things has to be known. So next one is the grow stone. So these are the molten larval rocks. So need to be compostable, not to be, they cannot be decomposed or not but we can reuse them in Dutch bucket system like that without with the proper sterilization. So oasis Arctic cubes. So similar to the florist form. So these are the nothing but like our sponges. So they are not compostable. So they cannot be decomposed, and they cannot be reusable, and they are good for seed starting. So seedling risings, for rising the seedlings, we can use this type of oasis horti cubes. So what about the green? So natural light, greenhouse, artificial light, supplementing light. We can use like light emitting diodes like red light, violet color. So different types of screening lights we can use based on the artificial supplement of the light. So main thing is we have to check the pH daily, and if we observe there is up and down in the pH, so we have to constant by adding the buffers. So this is the 0 and 14 is the basic, and most of the plants pH must be 5.8 to 6.10. And whenever we are giving the nutrient solutions, so it can change over time, and it affects the nutrient uptake also. So these are the different types of plant names, and what is the pH range of these different plants. So before selecting the plants, we should have the idea. So most probably, if you maintain the pH between 5.5 to 6.5, it is a most ideal range for growing hydroponic crops. So these are the different types of the crop plants like exotic vegetables. Mainly, if you see lettuce, strawberries, lettuce Romania, basil, sweet basil, Italian basil. So all these things can be grown under hydroponics with proper guidance and techniques. So here, if you see tomato, cucumber, and for these August to September is very good, and after September, April to May up to February. So April to May and from February is good. For harvesting time, April to May and July to August and May to June. So we can have the year-round production of all the different types of vegetables. So if you go for cucumber, we have the new European varieties which are self-pollinated and have parthenocarpic. So they can also produce very good amount of produce under the hydroponic cultivation. So if you in summers we can go for musk melons and watermelons and flowers, cut flowers like zebrada, like tulips, so many different carnation plants, privatization is done before our can
Hello?
be there and what. Hello, yes, ma'am.
Your voice was breaking, sir. And even the screen
Okay.
went away.
Much amount of when we, for example, I told you that you does
Hello?
and flora.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. Can you just adjust? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is audible.
Now you are audible, sir. Share your screen.
Okay.
Can move the slide, sir.
So I told you previously, and bell peppers, which are very much highly economic product and can be difficult to grow, and we have to manage the nutrients. So different type red peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, orange bell peppers. So this is how we go aeroponics. So Dutch deep water culture technique. So you can see how nicely the fibrous root system have been developed under the deep water culture technique. So this is small scale. So this is a roof raft culture, like in our homes. If we want to start up with our own vegetables, like lettuce and all these things, so we can start our own hydroponic system by doing this by getting the raft. Otherwise, we can use the PVC pipes and we can use a normal air cooler motor and with a 16 pipe for continuous flow of the nutrient solutions, and we can grow the all the types of lettuces. So cucumbers, as I told you, European or English cucumbers, where we don't need any pollination, but we need trusseling. So bell pepper varieties, I think red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, orange and purple bell peppers. So tomato varieties, beef stick, cherry tomatoes, and vein tomatoes. In tomatoes also we can go for the determinate types and indeterminate types under greenhouse conditions where we can have the prolonged production timings. So another thing is dissolved oxygen. So dissolved oxygen most important in the hydroponics where we can get the continuous amount of oxygen to the water for the roots to exchange the oxygen. So in I told you that in tomatoes pollination is required, but indeterminate can produce for months, and these also need trusting. So TDS and PPMs. So TDS total dissolved salts and EC is most favor, and EC must be 1.5 like that, and it can be goes up to 2.5 like that. So temperature. So for maintaining the temperature, so we have the fan pad system, cooling system. During summers, we have to decrease the temperature by operating extra inputs like power, electricity, so that we can close the shade nets and we have to maintain. So greenhouse is totally one thing that is uh, artificial mechanism or artificial manipulation of a micro climate where where we can able to provide a very good amount of microclimate for the plant propagation. So supplement lights. I told you that during winters, if you go for supplement like fluorescent, high pressure sodium light is best for flowering. and metal halide is best all around during vegetative. And LEDs are very much useful for the seedling on all these things. So I told you that nutrients. So macronutrients, NPK, secondary nutrients, magnesium and calcium, and trace elements or microelements which are sulfur, iron, manganese, and copper, boron, molybdenum. And we should also know the compatibility and how which nutrient has to be mixed with one, which nutrient has to be mixed with one. If you don't know that particular thing in hydroponics, you will be very much difficult to get very good amount of produce. So EC can be useful in measuring what is electrical conductivity, but it cannot tell the NPK values, but it can say that how much amount of salts are there and how much amount of the salts has to be decreased. So managing the nutrient solution, as I told you, pH, EC, oxygen, and temperature. So this is the one of the modern forms of where the lettuce Romania, red lettuce and green lettuce are together. Sorry, lettuce, same lettuce only, but due to changes in the alternation light conditions, the color will change. So this is one type of one of the example. So additives. So now there is another type of experiment also come across in hydroponics, like single nutrition solutions like mycorrhizal, so bioorganics, bio inputs and flower boosters, silicates, root healers, and flush and cleaning solutions. So options. So we have multiple options. So some solutions are complete. So we'll get the market already solution A and B. So we'll get it and we will check the label and they will give that this much amount of nutrient has to be mixed with this amount of water, and we can get the instant recipes. So formulas for vegetative growth, flowering, and fruiting depends on what you are growing. So nutrient recipes in hydroponics is a very difficult, and it is a long process where each and every hydroponic unit have their own unit of recipes, which are confidential. They are not able to say. So this is the end of my topic, and thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful and detailed presentation. I will take up the questions now.
Okay.
In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir? If you
Yeah, I
move
have.
your video, we will check if it is working, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please stop sharing the screen, sir. You can speak out. We'll check if voice is okay. Hello.
Yes,
Sir.
ma'am.
Yeah, your voice is fine, sir. Your video went away, sir. Okay, if you have a problem, I will move on with the questions, sir. No problem. No worries. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. You can just move the slides and put it into some good image.
What did you, what?
You can move the slide and put it to some images, sir, of hydroponics cultivation.
Okay. Like this, okay?
Yeah. Put it in a full screen, sir.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll take up the questions now, sir.
Mm.
What are the common challenges in maintaining an optimal environment for hydroponic cultivation?
That's what I said. It generally normal people, so they must be trained some at least 50% of knowledge to maintain a hydroponic farm, because hydroponic farm naturally casually investment lot amount of money. So if you are investing a lot amount of money, so before training, if you get step into directly into the direct farming, it would be very difficult for you. First of all, you go for very, very small type of crops like leafy vegetables, whatever may be year round. So some of the leafy vegetables cannot get year round. So like palak, we don't get spinach year round. Only in winters we can get full fledged amount of palak. So if you go stand by stand, step by step, so you will improvise yourself, and you have to be thorough with the update of knowledge. So daily, if you see daily, there are lots of many people who always interested in getting new things in hydroponics. One will say that I have discovered this nutrient, I have discovered that nutrient. We have so initially hydroponics was specified to certain type of modification areas only. But later on, with the ideas of people who they are practicing, so they have introduced with lot of varieties like grow bags, like if not cocoa pit, we will use some any other substances now, because only water culture, deep water. So these are the amalgamate. So these are the findings, mistakes, findings, research and development of many things. So that's what I am saying. Before entering into the hydroponics, we should have the minimum basic knowledge. So what is the water? How much? 10th class person, a 10th class student, if he knows the chemical values and chemical formulas, he can maintain a hydroponic unit very easily. That's what I am saying. Now the present growers thinking it is like a some big science, but it is not a science, but we have to put some common sense. Next, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
There was some internet issue, sir. Just give me a minute. So you finished answering that question, sir?
Uh-huh. Hello. 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 Hello.
Recording in progress.
Yes, ma'am, please carry on. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Abby.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Sir, you can hear me now?
please. I can hear you, plus please be switch off.
Just a minute. Just a minute, sir. Yeah. Now you are able to hear me? Okay. I'll take up the next
Yes, please.
sir. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption. What are the Indian cost associated with setting up a hydroponic system? Hello?
Cause yes, I'm getting. You are saying that what was the real difficult task to start with hydroponics now?
No, sir. Initial cost for setting up the
See, you can
hydroponic
range it
system.
from minimum 20 lakhs is necessary. Minimum to minimum 25 lakhs to be necessary. And no problem because you are getting subsidy from the government. So you can start that with the help of the government. So government and center. Actually, central governments use 50 subsidy for that. State government use states use 20%, state use 80%, but you can get away subsidy only once in your lifetime.
Okay. How do operational costs of hydroponic farming compared to traditional farming, sir?
No. There is no link between traditional farming and hydroponic farming. So in traditional farming, maybe hardly you are giving plant nutrients, everything. So you broadcast it, you do it everything on your just normal nominal. But in hydroponics, you have to take care of each and because in open farming, what will be happen? The plant population will be very huge. But in hydroponic farming, what is we will have an estimate how many plants has to be planted, how many plants has to be planted. So what is the progress from each plant? Suppose you take tomato, how many tomato seedlings has to be raised? What is the space between the tomato seedlings? What is the quantity amount that we are getting from each plant?
Okay. What are some recent technological advancements in hydroponic cultivation, sir? Hello? Connected? Hello? Hello? Sir, are you connected?
Hello?
Yes, sir, I'm able to hear you. You are able to hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Sir, how can hydroponic system be designed to minimize their environmental footprints?
Yes. Within lesser space, you will get maximum.
Okay. What are some recent technological advancements in hydroponic cultivation, sir?
See, in hydroponics, day by day, there is a new technique. day by day.
Mm.
So it is your interest. So if you think in, so we have to think in a certain manner why we are doing this one. If we do this one, so if we do like that, so we will get an idea. We may get positive results, we may get negative results. If negative results have been appeared, so we will say, we will get knowledge and we will don't further proceed that. If positive results are coming, so we will proceed with that.
Okay. What about your company, sir? Can you just tell us about your company, what services you provide, and other details?
See, actually before this I have been in university, so I have filled the form before coming to this company.
Company. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so it has been nearly 5 or 6 days for me to enter to get into this company. Before that, I would have been in university.
Universities. Okay. You were
Uh,
in a teaching field also?
I teaching only.
Oh, is it? Okay, 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 fine, sir. I'll move on to the next question.
Hmm.
Sir, in your experience, are there any notable case studies of successful hydroponic farms?
Lot of is there in Jammu only a normal trainer he has taken training from us and he started up his own 2,500 square meters hydroforming unit and he is earning something per month 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. He invested 50 to 30 to 40 lakhs. So he started earning still he get his all debit. So after getting his debit gets completed, I think he got 50% or 60% subsidy. And after that, he's saying that he has his own recipes. So he designed some of the recipes by these lettuces, these salads. So he directly sells that produce to the market, like big hotels, household people, like that. So it is a bit of marketing awareness also. In hydroponics, just we start hydroponics, we are getting huge amount of produce. It is difficult. Again, we need market. We have to search for market also. That is a main difficult task.
Okay.
So if you open field market tomatoes, you are getting 20 or 30 rupees per kg. If somebody says that these are hydroponic tomatoes, this is so and so good qualities. So no buyer, no from the common people of perspective, they don't choose that because quality is higher. So for that we have to go for some different type of marketing, like online, like e-commerce, like how subscriptions online. So developing a product and delivering that product, and we have to commercialize and we have to give advertisement for our comments. So some exotic crops like bell peppers, all these have year-round demand. So we don't have any problem.
Okay.
Like
Thank you.
lettuce.
Yeah, yeah. Finish
Yes,
it, sir.
yes. Okay. So may I know about your organization, ma'am?
Sir, we are agri-related website, sir. We are into. You can just visit our site, sir. We have all the details of it. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Just go through our website agricultureinformation.com. We are agri-related website into existence from 2000, from the year 2000, and we have
Okay.
3 lakhs plus members in our site, sir. Just visit our website, sir. I will send the details. You can go through. You will get a full view about our site.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much, sir. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank. So just a minute, sir. There is some issue in our system. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. L V Ravishankar for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, sir.